Hey, so I just wanted to do a quick review of this cheap magnetic liner that I found on eBay. So at first glance, I was really impressed with the packaging when it arrived. I bought this on eBay for only $10, which I've seen other people on YouTube review some of these that cost about $50 or maybe a little bit more. And I was just looking for a cheaper alternative, so I put in the time. I waited the 2 months for this to come from China, and we're just gonna see how it goes. Okay, so it came with this card that has an ingredient list, so that's encouraging that they actually disclose the ingredients in their product. Now, I don't actually know what any of these are, so they could be horrible poisons, but at least they're telling me about it. On the back, it tells you how to put it on, and under tips, there is one concerning thing. It specifically says that number 4, if product enters the eye by accident, serious situation, please go to hospital for treatment. Yeah, a little concerning, so I was definitely careful when putting this on. I guess it's kind of a given, though, because some metal in your eye is probably never a good thing. Here is the applicator. It's a little fuzzy. My screen wouldn't quite focus on it, but you can see that it's kind of blunt at the end. It doesn't really come to a point, so I think it's going to be kind of difficult to apply. Comes in a lovely Death Becomes Her style bottle. And then there's a little applicator, tweezers, and here's the case that the eyelashes come in. So it's a really nice presentation. I've cut them to fit my eye. You'll see later in the video I had to cut them a little bit more. I misjudged it. I'm not really someone who wears fake eyelashes very often, so I'm not really used to applying them or really used to cutting them to the right size. I did notice that when you take this out, they didn't bother to paint the bottom, which is a little odd, but I mean, $10. What do you want for $10 from China? I mean, it's really nice looking for what it is. Okay, so it does say on the card that you should test it on your skin for any allergic reactions. I actually did this the day before, but I wanted to repeat it here just so I could kind of show you how that would look. I just put a line of it on my skin, and just to make sure that I wouldn't like break out or my skin wouldn't redden or any kind of reaction like that. And I thought as long as I was doing this, I would kind of test out one of the eyelashes and see how it sticks. Now it says in the directions that it should be not completely dry when you apply the eyelashes. And I didn't really know what that meant. You'll see throughout the video that I'm kind of trying to dry the product a little bit, but not all the way before I apply the eyelashes. I'm thinking there's probably a trick to it. There's got to be a learning curve here, because if it's too wet, it's just going to slide right off. But if it's too dry, it apparently doesn't stick very well. So you can see that that's definitely sticking to my hand. Not all the magnets are down, so I probably didn't press it down quite well enough, but it's definitely working. Okay, and it actually was really easy to take off too. It just pulled a little at the skin. So next I am going to try to apply it to an eye without any eyeshadow or primer or anything on it. I kind of did my preliminary makeup, and later I'm going to try to apply eyeshadow and see if it applies over eyeshadow as well. But the first test, I thought it would be good if it was just on my skin. Okay, letting it dry a little bit, and here come the lashes. So obviously I'm not super happy with them. They're not really sticking very well, especially in the middle corner. So here's my second attempt. I had to wash it off because this is actually really difficult to apply. It's something about the formula is it's extra thick, and the applicator, like I mentioned, isn't very fine. So I keep messing up and having these marks all over my eye. So this is my third attempt. There's a reason I fast forwarded this, because it would just be grueling to watch me try to do this again and again and again in normal speed. Hey, it's a minimal success, and then pops off. One thing I'll also say about the applicator, these little tweezers that it comes with are metal, and there are magnets on these eyelashes. So every time you try to use the tweezers, it sticks to the tweezers. So by the end of this, I started just using my fingers. Okay, so for those who are counting, that was 4 attempts, but I mean, I guess any new product, you're gonna have some trial and error. So I did get it on my eye. It looks better than most regular eyelashes would on me because I'm so unpracticed with them and I always get messed up with the glue and everything. So I kind of consider that a success. So now I'm attempting on my other eye with some eyeshadow. I kind of wanted to have a bright contrast to the eyelashes so they'd be really easy to see, so I went with a bright colored eyeshadow. Enjoy watching my cat in the background as well. That's Poe. Okay, again, a success. This one was a little bit easier. I was a little more used to it, and once I cut it down to the correct size, it went on pretty well. Okay, so now I've done both of my eyes. I've added some mascara, which I realized I needed to do beforehand, so I had to take the one off and put it back on again. If you look closely, and this might be something that just bugs me as the person that did it, there's some imperfections. It's really hard to apply the eyeliner like regular eyeliner. It's probably going to take some more getting used to, but it is effective. The eyelashes are staying on and they're pretty comfortable. I was actually really surprised. Here's my obligatory glamour shots of the eyelashes. Yeah, I'm really happy with them overall. I don't know if they'd be something I'd wear every day, but I would certainly wear them more often than the regular kind. So I hope that helped to answer some of your questions, and thanks for giving me a watch.